Myself, Pankaj Kumar Sharma, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. Hello student, today I am going to deliver a lecture on project management, which is a topic of Unit 5 of your subject, Industrial Management. Okay, what is a project? A project is a set of interrelated activities which can be independent or dependent to each other. Every activity has its starting time and finishing time. All of these activities must be used to create a unique product, service, or result. In final year, all of you will be assigned a project. Every group will have 4 to 5 students. Okay, suppose your group select a project of manufacturing a working model. For this, first of all, you have to allocate budget. Secondly, purchasing a material. Thirdly, designing of a model. Fourthly, manufacturing the model. And at last, calculation will be done for results. So there are 5 activities. After completing these 5 activities, your project will be completed. Here, your project will be started at a definite time, and all of you will have to complete this project within a prescribed time. You will allocate sufficient budget to complete all the activities of the project without any delay. With the help of these activities, finally, you will be able to achieve the goal or object of the project which is set by you. In the entire world, there are a lot of projects. Now, I am telling you few of them. Number 1, developing a new product or service. Number 2, constructing a building. Number 3, renovating the kitchen. Number 4, designing a new transportation vehicle. Next, acquiring a new or modified data system, organizing a meeting, and implementing a new business process. Definition of a project. A project is a temporary, unique, and progressive attempt to produce some kind of tangible or intangible results. In the category of tangible, you can take product, and in the category of intangible, you can take service. Project attributes. A project has a unique purpose. A project is temporary. A project is developing using progressive elaboration. A project requires resources often from various areas. Now, a very interesting question come into our mind, that is, why do projects fail? There can be many reasons which are responsible for failure of the project, but according to top 100 managers of the world, there are 3 main causes for failure of any project. Number 1 is failed communication. Number 2, lack of planning. Number 3, poor quality control. Project management. Project management is consists of 2 words. One is project and another is management. Project management defined as the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities so as to meet the project requirements. What is a network? A network is a graphical diagram consisting of certain configuration of arrow and nodes for showing the logical sequence of various tasks to be performed to achieve the project objective. Here you can see the network. Here you can see the network, which is consist of several activities or nodes. Some of activities are dependent and some of them are independent. One two activity is independent activity. 2 3 and 3 4 2 3 sorry 2 3 and 2 4 activity are dependent activities, as these activities can be started after the completion of activity 1 2. For all activities, time calculation must be done. With the help of this network diagram, project manager can decide which activities can be started separately and parallelly. Project manager can plan and coordinate the activities and will be able to take any required decision so that project can be complete timely, economically, with limited available resources. Term used in network activity: an effort that is required to complete a part of the project. It is represented by arrow. Number 2 node, it represents the beginning or completion of an activity. It is represented by circle. Here I am taking an example, and after describing this example, I will draw a network diagram, so you can easily understand what is network diagram. Here you can see that there are some activities like A, B, C, D, E, F, and here you can see the description of these activities. Activity A, that is obtain the budget approval. This activity will take 2 weeks. Another activity is B, that is obtain the machine, and it will take 5 weeks. For this activity B, activity A is prerequisite activity. After completion of activity A, activity B can be started, because without budget you cannot obtain the machine. So activity A is prerequisite for activity B. So you can say that activity A is independent activity and activity B is dependent activity, which is depend on activity A. Activity C, that is hire the operator. It will take 1 week. Without budget, you cannot hire the operator. So for this activity also, activity A is prerequisite activity. Activity D, that is install the machine. For this, activity B is prerequisite activity. After completion of activity B, that is obtain the machine, you can start the activity D, that is install the machine. So B is prerequisite activity for activity D. Activity E is train the operator. You cannot train the operator without hiring the operator. So this activity E. Activity C is prerequisite activity. After completion of activity C, you can start activity E. Activity F is produce the goods. For this activity, D and E, A are prerequisite activity. After completion of D, install the machine, and E, train the operator, you can start the activity F, and that is produce the goods. Now we will draw this example in a network diagram. Here you can see that activity A is represented by 1 to 2, and which is a independent activity, and then that activity is obtain the budget approval. After budget approval, you can go for obtain the machine, and this activity is represented here by 2 to 3, and that activity is B. This activity can be performed after the completion of activity A. So activity A is independent and activity B is dependent. What is activity C? Activity C is hire the operator. Without budget, you cannot hire the operator. So activity C is dependent activity, and which is depend on activity A. What is activity D? Activity D is install the machine. After getting the machine, you can install the machine. So after completion of activity B, you can start activity D. What is activity E? Activity E is train the operator. It can be possible after hiring the operator, and after hiring the operator is represented by activity C. So activity C is independent for activity E, and activity E is dependent activity which is depend on activity C. After completion of these activities, you can perform activity F, that is produce the goods. So activity F is depend on activity D and E. This is a sample. This is a network sample for previous example. Now, network analysis. Network analysis helps designing, planning, coordinating, controlling, and in decision making in order to accomplish the project economically in the minimum available time with the limited available resources. The network analysis is a method used to analyze, control, and monitoring of business processes and workflow. The network analysis enables project managers to take various factors into account when creating a project plan, like number 1, dependencies between activities, number 2, buffer times between activities, earliest and latest start and end dates, next, duration of activities, and critical paths. Network techniques. There are 2 different techniques. Number 1 is PERT and another one is CPM. PERT is project evaluation review technique and CPM is critical path method. History of PERT and CPM. PERT developed by the US Navy for the planning and control of the Polaris missile program. The emphasis was on completing the program in the shortest possible time. CPM, developed by DuPont to solve project scheduling problems. The emphasis was on the trade-off between the cost of the project and its overall completion time. What is PERT? PERT is a project management tool used to schedule, organize, and coordinate tasks within a project. It is basically a method to analyze the tasks involved in completing a given project, especially the time needed to complete each task and to identify the minimum time needed to complete the total project. When it is used, PERT is used for non-repetitive jobs like research and development work where the time and cost estimates tend to be quite uncertain. This technique uses probabilistic time estimates, determination the duration of the project. In PERT, there are 3 types of time we will study. Number 1 is optimistic time, that is best time if everything goes perfectly, and it is represented by capital B. Second one is realistic time, that is most likely time, and it is represented by capital M. Third one is pessimistic time, that is a worst case situation, and it is represented by capital P. So you can calculate the expected time of the project, that is V plus 4M plus P upon 6. Here I am taking an example. Optimistic time is 12 days for any project, for completion of any project, and realistic time is 18 days, and for this project pessimistic time is 60. Then what is the expected time for the project? That is 12 plus 4 into 18 plus 60 upon 6, and answer is 24 days. 24 days is expected time for the completion of that project.